Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to the honorable judges and teachers. Today I will tell a story titled Pak Pandai Gets Stuck in a Tree. Mention the name Pak Pandai to anyone in the village, they will break out in laughter. The laughing stock of his village, known for his ridiculous ideas. However, he was a lucky man. His wife, Ma&De, loved him with all her heart. Pak Pandai, who loved his wife just as much, would do anything for her. Once, Ma&De was pregnant and felt like eating a big, fat, juicy bird for dinner. With her stomach growling, she asked her husband if he could catch a bird for dinner. Pak Pandai assured his wife, Ma&De, don't worry, I will catch an entire flock just for you. Wait for me. However, Pak Pandai had no idea how to catch a bird or where to find one. Even so, our hero sets off into the forest to fulfill his wife's wish. After walking around aimlessly in the forest, Pak Pandai grew tired. He looked around for a shady area to rest, and he spotted a tall tree with a large canopy. He sat on the ground and stretched out. But just as he about to settle down, a hornbill flew over his head and rested on a branch of the tree. Pak Pandai's heart thumped with excitement. It was a bird. Slowly, he rose from the ground and pulled out a small rope. He moved towards the hornbill. With one swift move, he caught hold of the hornbill. It flapped its giant wings, but Pak Pandai clutched the bird tightly. He took one end of the rope, he tied it to the legs of the hornbill. He took the other loose end, he tied it to his ankle. There was no escape now for sure, but Ma&De will be overjoyed to see this. This will make a satisfying meal. But an entire flock of hornbills flew towards Pak Pandai, and grab he did, not once, not twice, but as many times as he could. He tucked a few birds under his arms, and another in the crook of his elbow, a few more under his chin, and one between his legs. It was a sight to behold. But just then, some of the birds struggled and managed to get their wings free. However, their legs still remained trapped. The hornbill started flapping their gigantic wings that it lifted Pak Pandai off the ground. Up and away he went to the top of the tree. Pak Pandai struggled to keep his balance. He had no other choice but to let go of all the hornbills, all except the hornbill that was tied to him. Suddenly, he had a Pak Pandai moment of brilliance. He would strike a bargain with the hornbill that was tied to him. Mr. Hornbill, I have a deal for you. If I untie you, will you let me hold on to your feet so you can fly me to the ground? Once I am safe, I will let you go. The hornbill stared at Pak Pandai, and Pak Pandai stared at the bird. The hornbill blinked. That must be a yes, Pak Pandai thought. He untied the ropes from the bird's feet. Without a second to spare, the hornbill started flapping its wing and flew off, leaving Pak Pandai in shock. How rude! How could it turn back on their deal? He would never trust a hornbill ever again. But he was still stuck. How would he get down now? He climbed to the lower branches of the tree. It was a long way down. He felt giddy. He couldn't do it. At that moment, his eyes were drawn to the line of ants trooping up and down the tree trunk. These teeny-weeny creatures were marching on all 6 legs. Pak Pandey stared at the insects, and of course, Pak Pandey had another Pak Pandey moment. If the ants could do it, so could he. He wraps his hands and legs around the tree trunk, head pointing